welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a scrapbooking video. So this is the scrapbook that I have already started it. It's for Natalie's first year, so I will briefly show you what I've already done in here, and then I'll talk about all the supplies and show you how I actually do the scrapbooking pages. So let's get on with the video. So it starts like this. This is the pregnancy test I took, and then a little quote. It just says, "Our life together has just begun. You're part of me, my little one." And then it goes on to all the scan photos I had. So my 6-week, 12-week and 20-week. My gender reveal party, and this was the balloon I used, well, not this exact one, but this was the type of balloon I used to obviously pop, and then all the pink confetti came out to tell everyone we were having a girl. Yeah, then I have my maternity shoot photos, and I was 35 weeks, and obviously we knew it was a girl, so I just used this, which was left over from my gender reveal. Then we have obviously the day Natalie was born, so the 3rd of the 12th, 2019, she was exactly £6. We have a little hospital tag and her umbilical cord that we saved, and all of the first photos we took, the ones at the hospital, and then a couple when we got home with her. Then these are just a few other little ones of when she was like obviously a newborn. So we've got Daddy giving her first bottle, little cuddles. We went out, some other little funny photos with her, and obviously her grandparents and her cousin. Her first Christmas, and she was 3 weeks old, so we did that. Pictures with her nanny when she was 1 month old. For some unknown reason, she loved the Beatles when she was a baby. She's not too keen on them as much anymore. But we just got some of the little pictures. Bath time, my perfect 2019 baby, when she was 2 months old, and her little footprints that we did when she was 2 months old, when she was 3 months old, obviously 3 months old again, and my first Mother's Day, and her little footprints again. Then when she was 4 months old, these two, and then 5 months old. Still, she's all 5 months old, a little jumperoo, ball pit, her eating chocolate pudding, getting very messy. First time in a paddling pool and swimming. Just a few little pictures of lockdown, and then a little poem about being a lockdown baby. And then 6 months old, when she was at her granddad's, a few little pictures of her feeding herself when she was 6 months old. Messy play, more time in the bath, paddling pool again, and family time. Now 7 months old, and we'd gone out for the day. Some more pictures of gone out for the day at Sea Life Centre. We went to the farm together. So my furry friend is where we end. So now we're just going to carry on for everything I have. So we're starting here. Now I'll just briefly show you the supplies I have. Obviously I have all the photos that I want to use, double-sided tape, scissors, tweezers, sticky letters in white and black, and then I have the actual scrapbooking paper. So I have the Geo Vision, big pad of that. I have 2 of those actually. And then I just have the Watercolour Dreams. All of the supplies were from Hobbycraft, so the paper and the sticky letters were all from Hobbycraft. Unfortunately, they don't do the Watercolour Dreams anymore, which I'm really sad about, so that's why I moved on to the Geo print. But luckily some of the colours do match up, so it all still flows and works quite nicely together. And one other supply I have is this guillotine. I just use it to cut down some photos that are a little bit bigger and don't quite fit onto the paper. So there we go. So what I do is I look at the photos I've got, and then I pick a background for them. So I already picked this background out because I thought it matched quite nice with the photos that we have, because there's a lot of colour going on in these photos, so the print worked really well. I have got to cut a couple of them down, so I'll just show you how I do that. Get my double-sided tape, and I'm going to cut off 4 pieces to go around the outside and then 1 piece to go in the middle. So there we go, there's the 5 pieces I've done on there, and then I'm going to do the same and put the double-sided tape along the 2 edges, and then just down both sides on all 4 of the photos that I have. There's all the double-sided tape on the photos as well. So now I'm going to get on to actually putting the background on here. So I just use tweezers to get the edges off, and then you just want to line it up like that, and then press that one and that one down. Then you can lift it up and do the other 3 pieces of the double-sided tape that you left on. This is just how I have found doing it the best way, because when I used to take all of the pieces off in one go, it wouldn't line up properly and it would end up getting all stuck, and it just wasn't great. So I'm not sure if it's picking up on my camera, but if I turn this over, see, I'm not sure it's going to show, but basically the paper that you get is actually bigger than the scrapbook paper, so I have to trim it down. So what I always do is I turn it over and I just use the scissors and I just go along the line of where the actual scrapbook paper ends. It's not necessarily ever going to be the neatest scrapbook in the world when I do it like this, but it's just the method that I have found works the best for me. So there we go, the paper is now nice and secured down. So now I'm going to get my tweezers again and get my photos. So how I normally do it, I just briefly line them up over here like this, just to get a brief idea of how I want my layout. And then once I know how I want my layout, I then take them photo by photo, take the double-sided tape off the back and stick them down. And the thing that I love about doing scrapbooking instead of just putting them into a normal photo album is you can write your own little things to go with the photos. You can obviously pick backgrounds, and I just think they're a really nice creative way of storing photos that in years to come you can look back at them like you would obviously a normal photo album, but you can look back and think, I made that myself, like I created that, I put a lot of time and effort and everything that you've put into these scrapbooks, and I just think that's a really nice thing to be able to do, because even when you use a normal photo album, and I'm not faulting people who use normal photo albums, you still get a lovely thing at the end of it, and your photos are still, you know, presented nicely. I just think this is a bit more personal, and that's why I love it and why I've decided to do it this way for Natalie's first year. Obviously, I'm not going to give it her as a present for her first birthday. I am going to give it to her probably on her like 16th birthday or even her 18th birthday. I just thought this was a really nice way to put everything in for her first year, because the first year is the most important, because they change so much in that first year. So now that I've put all the photos down, I'm going to get the sticky letters, and I'm just going to write out the word conkers, because that's where we were with it. Like, obviously these photos we were at Conkers, so I'm going to write the word conkers. Obviously you can add stickers, you can put little like things from the day, so you could put the tickets you had on there, but unfortunately because we went here during Corona, you didn't actually get a proper ticket, you just got like a big printout. And yes, I could have printed them out, but I didn't really want to do that. I didn't like the idea of just having big printouts. I just think this looks a lot nicer and neater, and I'll just write the word conkers. So let's get on with that. So obviously I have used quite a few of these already, so I do end up having to use a few multiple packs of the stickers. So I've just got out the stickers that I'm going to need, and I just lie them here next to me, and then I just use my tweezers again to just pick them up, and I'm just gonna put conkers. Just trying to find where all the letters are that I need. That's the only problem when you use different pages of the sticky letters, because you have to keep trying to find the ones that you need instead of them all being on just the one. But I suppose it's all part of the fun of scrapbooking. And there we go. That is my first page for the photos I've got done. I'm not going to show all of them on camera, because otherwise we'll be here for over an hour, because I feel like this video is going to be a bit on the longer side as it is. So I've showed you this page, and it will pretty much just continue throughout the rest of the pages that I do. If you would like me to do more scrapbooking with me videos, then let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do that for you, because I love scrapbooking, and I'd love to help anyone else out there who also wants to get into scrapbooking, or just wants some ideas if they do scrapbooking as well. How many times can you say scrapbooking in one sentence? Anyway, so that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!